So, what was I going to say? You didn't socialize other than movies and things
Yeah,
like that with Mary,
yeah.
and then what I wanted to ask you was you took a trip. Was that your senior trip to Fort Lauderdale?
Now, it was the first year I was working. The girl, I met another girl that typed over here my age, and I used to go home with her. She's the
You
one
made a
that had the
friendship.
feather bed that you would just go fling. We went down there. And then one time I went with Doris, the one that I went to. I guess I went with Doris after school, yeah. And then when I met Ola May, that was her name.
Now, who's Ola May?
That's the one that worked where I did.
Oh, okay.
Ola May, she worked for her aunt.
Uh-huh.
And then we went down one time. And then I'd already known Daddy, and we had a dog. I think we had a dog.
You and your roommate?
Yeah. And I asked him to watch the dog, and he did.
Is that right?
Then,
that's what I wanted, because that's kind of what we're leading up to is.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out, see, when I met Daddy, it was at the movies.
Yeah, but before you met Daddy, you had a boyfriend.
Oh yeah, from high school.
So tell us about that guy.
Oh, his name was Pete, man. Nose was wrong.
So how did you guys meet?
Papa says, Jesus, God, man. He was a nice person.
Right.
He took me to plays.
Uh-huh.
He took me to his junior, I was a junior.
Now, what was his name?
Pete, I don't know his last name.
Uh-huh.
And they were from Pennsylvania.
Right, because at this point you're in Maryland.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I guess he was she must have been a single mother. I never even heard her talk about his dad, but he gave me his high school ring. And one day he picked me up. We were going to go to Glen Echo.
Uh-huh.
It's like six.
You're right.
Like six. Right. And we went, and I was perfectly happy. And he says, we're going to ride the roller coaster. And I said, I don't think so.
Right.
And I said, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, right.
He said, yes, you are going. I said, I don't think so. Well, a little argument
ensued, right?
And I said, you'll take my ass home. Because I'm not mad. No roller coaster.
Right.
So he took me home, and I went up and got the ring, and I came down, and I threw it in his face, and I said, goodbye. I don't want to see you anymore.
Right, but wasn't there another beau before Daddy that had asked you to marry him?
Oh, yeah, he lives right over here in East Point. Yeah.
And tell us about that relationship.
Well, that was no relation. I mean, he lived right across the street. His name was Compton, George Compton, but they called him Lawson because his middle name was Lawson. But he just lived across the street. And he saw me mowing the yard one day, and we struck it. Then he went in the service.
Well, did you guys date?
Not really. And although it sounds weird, but we met through, this family knew this family, and so they knew the mom. So anyhow, when he came back home, we did walk and everything, go here and there, but then he went home. Then he came back to Georgia from visiting his mother, and I came down here. And
to Georgia?
And visited the folks and him.
Right.
And then that was another episode.
So what happened?
I didn't do very well.
So what happened in that?
Well, I was painting my fingernails. And he says to me, why do you paint your fingernails? I think it looks very pretty. Well, if you chew it off, that's that doesn't make any sense. That costs money. I said, go back.
So that was that.
That was that.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote again and says, well, I'm looking at things. I said, please don't. Because there's no need to. I'm all tied up here. Yeah.
Right.
Now, it might have been an innocent remark, but if I want to chew off my damn nail polish,
It's your
I'm going
business.
to chew it off. No one telling me I can.
So,
And so then I met that.
yeah, well, tell me how that meeting happened when you met Daddy.
Well, we were at the candy machine.
Where now?
And he
I'm
was
sorry.
a
Wait.
candy machine
Oh,
in
candy.
the movies.
Okay.
And he'd had a few.
Okay. Well, okay.
You
were at the movies.
Mm-hmm. And he was standing there and he was looking and looking and looking. And finally I said, look, man, we all would like some candy if you don't mind. Just, I said, if you don't mind getting out of the way for we'll just be a minute. We know what we want.
All right, good.
And so I put my money in and got the candy and went on upstairs, and he followed me up there and sat beside me, and we just got to talking. He said, well, you going home? I said, yeah. He said, well, can you just go, ride I said, sure. So did we had a phone? Yeah, we had a phone. So I gave him my number. Well, it was, that went by and not,
Uh-huh.
And when he had my number, he said, "Can I call you?" I said, "Whatever, you."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Don't knock yourself out.
yeah, don't go out of your way. So then, about three weeks later,
Uh-huh.
he called and said, "Hi, this is Bob Stu." I said, "Oh, hi." Anyhow, he had a wreck in his. He worked at Congressional Country Club, and he went down a hill and did something. And when he crawled out of the truck, car, he crawled into poison ivy.
So he had a wreck?
Yeah, he went off the road or something. And he had poison ivy all over him. And he said, I couldn't go anywhere. He said, I had poison ivy. He said, I've been fighting. I said, oh, that's too bad. So anyhow, he says, could I come over there? I said, well, whatever you want to do, you can, or if you want to, sure, come on over. And then that's when we started dating.
Uh-huh. And so, how long did you guys date?
I think 3 months.
And what kinds of dates
Well,
did you do?
we couldn't really date
Mm-hmm.
because he worked till late at night. It would be late.
At the country club?
When he would come over. And so we just sit around or talk or else go for a ride or whatever. And that's about it. He did have days off and we did go to the movies or whatever. But we didn't take any trips or anything like that.
No.
It was just dating.
Okay. We're going to stop here.